We've been talking all summer about them, and America can't stop talking about Notre Dame's running back duo. But let's not sleep on what Miami brings to the table. Jordan Lyle, Marty Brown, and our special guest today, Mark Fletcher.
You are Locked On Canes, your daily podcast on the Miami Hurricanes, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Miami ranked 5th in the country last year in yards per carry. 5th. They're going to try to build on what they started last year. I am Alex Donno, University of Miami alumnus, co-host of Locked On ACC and host of Post Game on the Miami Hurricanes radio network. And thank you so much to the everydayers for making Locked On Canes your first or second listen of the day, our second episode of the day. We're available free wherever you get your podcasts. We're free on YouTube. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. We're going to talk with our special guest on this episode about the matchup against Notre Dame and reviewing training camp because, yeah, it's been a competitive one for Miami. We're so pumped for the game on Sunday. Miami Hurricanes hosting the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and I'm pumped to have our special guest on who joins us courtesy of Canes Connection. We got Mark Fletcher Jr. with us, Miami Hurricanes star running back, going to be part of a star-studded backfield this year. Mark, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm so blessed. I appreciate you for having me.
We're blessed to have you on, Mark, and I know that this was a unique offseason for you because, when you came in as a true freshman, you weren't able to enroll early, so you weren't there for your first spring. You didn't have the full offseason. You were working through an injury during the offseason last year. So this is like your first full offseason, right? I mean, how was that different for you?
Yeah, no, it definitely I would say boosted my confidence, helped me work on my craft more. And man, I'm just, really just learn more football, and I'm just excited for this opportunity. I had a full off season, my body feeling great. I'm just excited, man.
And you're when I tracked you down about a month ago at Media Day, you mentioned you're about 225. Is that's still around what you're at heading into the season?
Yes, sir. That's the way I'm gonna play it.
I love that, man. Wearing down those defenses. Something I would love to get your take on this, Mark, given that you're heading into your third year at Miami. And, since the time you arrived, from where I sit, the roster keeps getting better and better, right? With
Yeah.
the addition of some of the young players that Coach Cristobal has brought in through recruiting, some of the transfers that have come in. Can you talk about the competition levels in training camp? Like, how did that compare to the last couple of years?
Yeah, no, the competition has definitely rised up, but not only that, the urgency and how everybody's moving, the attention to detail, everybody wants to play, everybody wants to be that guy, but we're all doing it as, we're all trying to make each other better. Nobody, individual, like nobody's being selfish. Like we're all just, you know, day in, day out, every single day pushing each other to like the extreme limit. And, if you're not on your A game that day, you might fall behind. So, and nobody wants to be that guy. So, and we just hold each other accountable, man. That's the biggest take. I said that's the difference.
I love that. Yesterday we heard from the coordinators and, the defensive coordinator, Corey Heatherman, mentioned like it's a nightmare going up against the offense every single day in practice. But what about his defense, Mark? What's it like going up against them?
Yeah, no, they fly around, and you could tell it's just different. The confidence they have, the way they communicate. It's not like they're surprised to anything that we do. It's just, man, you just got guys flying around having fun because they know what they're doing. They could play faster. They all playing, together each level. D line, linebackers, even the secondary, everybody communicating. I just love how the defense is, flying around communicating. I'm excited to see those guys play versus some other guys.
Are there any players on that D, whether D linemen or linebackers, who you really find yourself going up against a lot in practice and give you a hard time?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to say all of them. Like it's either on a given day, like it's just you could be caught slipping. I don't know. It's just them guys be flying around. Now, of course, I have my fair share where I win some battles too, but it's a lot of back and forth,
Sure.
healthy competition, talk trash to each other, but it's all from a place of love because we just want to, make sure that we're ready for the opposition. Everybody that we play this year.
Is there any part of your game you feel like you've really been working on heading into this season?
Really, I've been working on everything about myself, every single thing. Now that my body feels amazing, my brain, everything just, I'm definitely just learning more football. That never stops. You never stop learning. But I just really wanted to learn more football, learn more in depth, read defense faster, just things that can make me play faster. That's what I'll say.
I know behind the scenes you've been a leader on this
Yes, sir.
football team, Mark.
Yes,
But
sir.
like heading into this year, because last year, you had a guy even more experienced than you in the running back room with Damian Martinez. Right
Yes,
now,
sir.
in the running back room, you're the most experienced guy, and you're one of the more experienced players on that offense. So, do you find yourself taking on an even bigger leadership role this year?
No, I most definitely do. I most definitely do, and it's definitely significant because these guys are really asking me questions, even in the running back room. Even some of the young receivers, these guys are just asking me questions. And I love how some of the receivers come to me, oh, I could get in position, when I'm getting the ball, how they could block for me and stuff, get to those safeties quicker. A lot of people look to me as that, and I have the experience. I'm just happy to be that voice for them, that vet that they could lean on, and all those things. And it's just a blessing. That's what I'll say.
What's Carson Beck been like to play with, and talk a little bit about the chemistry you're building with him?
It's fun. It's fun. He's a vet. He just goes out there and does what he does, man. It's like we out there playing free. Chemistry we're building is great on and off the field, and man, I can say one thing. I can't wait to protect that guy. Can't wait to protect him. Get some handoffs, get some catches from him. He is a great human being. Great human being. Good spirited, positive guy. Comes in there ready to work, humble. Just love being next to him in the backfield.
I love Miami's running back room, and of course, the man we're speaking to, Mark Fletcher, is a huge part of that. But Mark, your experiences with the other guys, and I know that like the next two names that come up a ton are Jordan Lyle, Marty Brown, who transferred in. But I'm also not sleeping on Chris Wheatley Humphrey and Gerard Pringle. Can you
And
talk about how these guys have been developing this year?
yeah, no, they've developed extremely quick, and to be honest with you, they could go out there and play. Like they can go out there and play. They ready. And everybody know that you gotta wait your turn, but it's like it's no dropping their head. It's like they ready to work, competing every single day, working on their craft, still pushing us. Like man, I just love the room, and we all love each other, and we compete, and we all want to be that number one guy. Like all of us want to be that number one guy, and we just pushing each other to the extreme limit every single day. Come in, watch film together, ask each other questions, test each other, like. It's just the growth doesn't stop for anybody.
And a guy, I would imagine, like Gerard Pringle can find motivation from what you did 2 years ago as a true freshman, where you got on the
Yes,
field
sir.
quite a bit. Jordan Lyle last year as a true freshman got on the field quite
Yep.
a bit. So, I mean, Pringle's got to know the opportunity's there if he can earn it.
No, most definitely. And I voiced that to him every day. It's crazy. We just had practice today. And I was talking to him like, man, you just never know. Like you never know, man. Your opportunity, man, you never know. So, just go out there, do your thing, work on your craft, and be ready when that number is called, man. You gotta treat it like you're the starter. Like that's why I told him what I did when I came in as a freshman. I treated it like I'm the starter already. Like I'm ready to go in, be the first guy. Like that's how you gotta approach it.
I love it. Well, we're talking here with Mark Fletcher. You guys want to keep it locked because I want to get his thoughts on the challenge that's ahead. It's game week, and it's going to be here Sunday night at the Rock before you know it. You want to keep it locked right here. Mark Fletcher Jr. is with us on this brand new episode of Locked On Canes. My friends, today, August 26th, is finally here. FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or you're ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week one even kicks off, this is your moment. You want to take that flyer on Tua Tagovailoa to win MVP this year? Today is the day to lock that in. You want to crown your Super Bowl champion in August. You think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win it again? You want to parlay your division winner dark horses? Lock those in today, folks. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets right now, because Futures Day today is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Guys, you probably heard of Viagra or Cialis. Maybe you've even tried them. But if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rugiet Ready. Rugiet Ready is a next-gen prescription treatment designed to amplify arousal in the brain and boost blood flow. Unlike the usual pills that can take hours, Rugiet's 3-in-1 formula dissolves under your tongue and kicks in fast, on average in 15 minutes. Effects can last up to 36 hours, so you can stay confident and in control when the moment is right. If the traditional options haven't worked, Rugiet might be the answer. Over 150,000 men have already made the switch. I love that it's completely online. Rugiet connects you with a board-certified doctor and ships your treatment discreetly to your door. You can even read real customer reviews on their site. It's helping a lot of people feel more confident and present in the moment. Head to rugiet.com/lockedoncollege and use code LOCKEDONCollege to get 15% off today. That's RUGIET.com/lockedoncollege and use promo code LOCKEDONCollege for 15% off. Individual results may vary with prescription treatment. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Please visit the Rugiet website for full safety information. Have the pleasure of being joined by Mark Fletcher Jr., star Miami Hurricanes running back. All right, Fletcher, first things first, you were probably probably in middle school the last time Notre Dame came to Miami. So I don't know. Do you remember watching that 2017? And I bring it up, Mark, because I was at that game and I've covered more Hurricanes games at Hard Rock than I can remember, more Dolphins games there than I can remember. And that night was the loudest I have ever experienced that stadium in 2017.
Yeah, most definitely growing up a Miami fan, having my dad be a diehard Miami Hurricane fan, and when they play at home, it's hard not to hear about it. But I definitely heard about when the Fighting Irish came to the Rock, and the Hurricanes dominated, and you just watch the clips, you just see them boys flying around, the great pick six by what was the name, Brandy,
Yeah,
man.
Trajan Bandy.
Yeah, Trajan Benny, man, just those clips, just seeing that, I definitely remember that game.
Now, I know Mario Cristobal, of course, when he was at Miami, it was like still a yearly rivalry. So he's got a memory and like a hatred for Notre Dame that, like the modern day Miami and Notre Dame guys probably don't have because it's not a regular thing. Does Coach ever talk about like what Miami versus Notre Dame used to mean back in the day?
I mean, he definitely wants us to respect the history. He definitely wants us to respect the history, of this game, of this legendary game. And he just wants us to be on our A game and, play Miami Hurricane football. Because at the end of the day, that's all we can do.
Yeah, and I respect the whole thing about, especially first game of the year, like focusing within even more than focusing on the opponent. Like I totally respect that. But I also know, you guys have been preparing now for Notre Dame for quite some time. What stands out for you when it comes to Notre Dame's defensive front and the guys you're going to be going up against this weekend?
Oh man, these guys' effort is, you can't deny it. They fly around to the ball, smart. You could tell they're very well coached. Man, I have nothing bad to say about them, honestly. They fly around, play at a high effort, they punch at that ball. Man, those guys very talented from the four down to secondary linebackers all around. So that's what I gotta say.
Awesome. Any message you want to send out to the fans, Mark? Because I mentioned 2017 loudest stadium I've probably ever been to. We got to get back to that again this Sunday, right?
Yeah, I'll tell them, man, pack the rock. Don't come to be quiet. If your baby crying, bring the baby so the baby can add to the noise. The baby crying, man, bring the energy. Wear orange. We just definitely gonna put on a show. It's gonna be a great night, and we just excited for the opportunity.
Oh man. And as far as like that opportunity, can you talk about the emotions that you have to be kicking off your third season and just to have an opportunity to go out there again with your brothers? Because Mark, I know that's something you don't take for granted.
Yeah, nah, I never take that for granted. Like, because God's willing, who knows if we'll make it to tomorrow. God's willing, we hope we do, but as long as I get to step out there on that field and just, play in front of my family, put out just let out all the hard work, man, that me and my brothers been doing in the spring and the summer. It's truly a blessing, and I'm so thankful. I'm thankful that, I could just be a part of Miami Hurricanes history. That's all I can say. I grew up watching this program, falling in love with this program, seeing all the greats, and I'm a part of it. Like, my name, people will look me up one day and I'm next to Miami Hurricanes. So that's a dream come true for me, something I don't take lightly, and I'm blessed to have another opportunity.
And I'm excited to watch you play. And I want to send a huge shout out to Canes Connection, Miami's collective. That's the reason why Mark Fletcher and I are able to connect today. Mark, what does it mean? And I know the athletic director yesterday shouted out Canes Connection. What a great partner they've been. What does it mean to you to be part of that collective and be part of that Canes Connection family?
Yeah, no, it's truly, when you say family, it's not just, putting that word up there. Like, it's truly a family from the ins and out. Like, I'm blessed to just be a part of it, be a part of just great people, being surrounded, learning knowledge, learning how to better myself off the field, and just, being able to give back. Like, being able to give back to, the younger generation who's going to be following in our footsteps. So I'm blessed. I'm thankful to be a part of the Kings Connection. And man, go Canes, baby. Go
Hell
Canes.
yeah, man. And by the way, if you've been thinking about signing up for Canes Connection, there's no time like the present, and we have a special promo code for you. If you want to sign up today, use our promo code LOCKED50 at canesconnection.com, and they're going to give you 50% off your first month at any membership tier. LOCKED50 is the code for 50% off your first month. Mark Fletcher, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time, and I'm so excited for you and your teammates to be able to have you talk about a big game week one, Mark. I mean, last year it was Florida to open up the season. This year it's Notre Dame coming off a national championship game appearance. I mean, what an opportunity to try and hopefully come away 1-0 against a team that's top 5, right?
At the Rock, baby. At the Rock. At the Rock. Don't get no better than that.
Certainly doesn't. Mark, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week and
Yes,
get
sir.
all the rest and all the mental and physical reps you need before dominating on Saturday or on Sunday, I should say. We appreciate you so much, my friend, and we'll talk to you again
Yes, sir.
soon.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Thank you for having me.
That's the man, Mark Fletcher Jr. We'll talk to you guys again tomorrow on another episode of Locked On Canes. We are part of the awesome Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.